63, Wampy Stewart. You saw number 58 there was Duke Owen. Across the way, 65 is Andy Mason. Number 60 is Kelly McIntosh. And you pick up there across the way, I believe that's 28, Darren Holloman. And that's number 20, Donnie Phillips. Phillips is a junior, very hard running back for the Rockets. 87 is tight end Jeff Porter. Does an outstanding job from his linebacker spot on defense. That looks like number 26, Bobby Belt. Across the way, Rusty Minyard. And back deep, I believe, on about the 2-yard line will be Dennis Hodge for the Rockets. All set to kick it off for the Paintsville Tigers. Also dressed in blue and white. They'll have on blue pants, white jerseys, and white helmets. Crittenden County, the blue helmets with the double C on them. Blue and white jerseys and gray pants. Number 20, the soccer-style kicker for Paintsville, boots it deep. It's going to go to Minyard at the 6-yard line. He's across the 10, runs into trouble, and is going to be brought down on a 15. A little bit different style kick used by a lot of colleges there, and number 20, Bront Davis, boots it down, and Crittenden County has it at about the 14.5-yard line. The Rockets take over. They'll be moving the ball into the wind in this first quarter. The wind's coming from the right top corner of your screen. Pretty good wind blowing here in Cardinal Stadium. Temperature down on the field is about 40 degrees. Buddy McDaniels moves the Rockets up. The give is straight ahead, and that's Mike Crabtree with it. Crabtree breaks one tackle and another one, and he's rolled down at the 39-yard line. And a flag on the play. We got a face mask penalty. That'll add 15 more yards to the run by Mike Crabtree from his own 14 to the 39, a 25-yard gain, and 15 more, or make it a 14-yard gain from the, a 24-yard gain from the 14 to the 38, add 15 yards to Paintsville. The tackle was not intended, of course, but he did get his face mask. Poor Big Mike went down. Nice big play for the Rockets on their first carry. Crabtree, the 5'7", 200-pound senior, had a nice hole there, opened up. I believe that was Kelly McIntosh and Duke Owen who opened that one up. The center, Duke Owens, out over the ball. Buddy McDaniels calls a play. The pitch is to Dennis Hodge. He cuts it back in at 40 and goes down. He got 2 yards, or maybe 1 now as they're going to spot it. Crittenden County in the dark jerseys. The ball is going to be spotted on the 46 of Paintsville. So let's give him a yard, make it 2nd down and 9. Both teams have earned the right to be in this Class A championship game by defeating some excellent football teams. Paintsville brings a 9-3 record in. Their losses were all to traditional rivalries up in eastern Kentucky. As Paintsville jumps off sides, number 77 jumping the gap is Philip Klein, a 6'1", 225-pound junior for Paintsville. They talk to Wampy Stewart, and they'll mark off 5. That'll make it 2nd down and 4. Big help to the Rocket attack. Both teams are about the same size up front. Crittenden County might have a slight edge in their offensive line. Both schools about the same size. Paintsville has 300 students in their upper 4 grades. As McDaniels brings them out. Crabtree's a fullback. The tailback's Minyard. To give is a Donnie Phillips trying left tackle. He spins and hits right at the line of scrimmage. Got nothing. Paintsville's defense looks tough. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Rockets. They'll have the same running back. This time the tailback is Dennis Hodge. And the give is to straight ahead. That's Crabtree with it. Not enough for the 1st down, but he got down to about the 38. It'll be 4th down and a couple for the Rockets. We'll see what Coach Pat Gates wants to do with 9:30 to play in the first quarter. Crittenden County has moved from their own 14-yard line thanks to a nice 24-yard run by the big fullback. The Rockets are going to go for it, as you see Rusty Miniard bringing the play in from the Rocket bench. Offensive line coach Jack Easley hopes the Rocket line can move somebody out of there. It looks like Paintsville plays a 3-4. There's a give to Crabtree. He slips and falls back at the 40-yard line. Paintsville holds. Not quite used to this AstroTurf here at Cardinal Stadium, although the Rockets did practice at Austin Peay University on Wednesday, and then they came up to Louisville and stay at the Executive Inn West and practiced on Cardinal Stadium turf yesterday. So they're a little bit, at least have been on AstroTurf prior to this championship game. Paintsville comes up. The quarterback is number 15, Jeff Baldwin, a 6-foot, 182-pound senior. And he fakes and it pitches to number 26, who's having trouble with it, and Jeff Porter wraps him up for about a 10-yard loss. The ball carrier was Mark Alger, 5'10", 140-pound senior. Alger is averaging 6.5 yards a carry this year. He's rushed for 921 yards, has scored 12 touchdowns. Joey Couch, who wears number 82 and plays fullback, has rushed for 15 touchdowns, but he's rushed for only 600 yards, averages 4 yards a carry, and he's the fullback this time. Alger, the running back, no, they have a new running back in as Baldwin drops back to throw. Looking deep, now Porter's going to ramp him up over there, and finally, number 34, Mike Crabtree, and number 72, Jeff Campbell, put the hurt on Baldwin for another 2-yard loss. That'll make it 3rd down and 19 with 7:45 to play in the first quarter. Crittenden County's defense looks tough as Paintsville stopped the Rockets on their only attempt back at the 40, or the at the 40-yard line. Now Baldwin brings him up. He has Algers back in at tailback. The big fullback is Joey Couch. Back to throw, rolling left, Porter's on him. He throws, and wide open downfield is Couch. He's going to go all the way. No, he's hammered down by Rusty Miniard at the 4-yard line. Jeff Baldwin has completed 50% of his passes this year. He's hit on 75 out of 150 throws. He's thrown for 1,200 yards. He's averaged about 16 yards a reception on his passes. He's had 14 intercepted in 12 ball games. A 60-yard pass play. That's Paintsville's first down. Crittenden County also has, well, they have 2 first downs, one on the run and one on the 15-yard penalty that followed. Now the Rockets defense have their backs against their own goal line. They've been behind before in the playoffs and come through. There's a give to Couch. He got 2 yards down to the 2 before number 28, I believe, was the first to hit him for the Rockets. That's Darren Holloman. It'll be 2nd down and goal at the 2. 6:55 to play in the first quarter. You see the Rocket defense there huddled on the goal line as Paintsville's Tigers come up. Baldwin runs an identical lineup, except they're overshifted to the right this time. The Rockets, it gives the Couch straight ahead, and he's in the end zone. Joey Couch, a 6'2", 215-pound junior, wears number 82 and plays linebacker on defense, but fullback on offense, has put Paintsville ahead 6-0 with 6:33 to go in the first quarter on the Tigers' first possession. In the kick to attempt the extra point, Tracy Osborne. He's a 5'9", 155-pound senior. It's a bad snap. Baldwin's going to run it down at the 35-yard line and try to throw it. He has a man open in the end zone. A desperation pass is incomplete. Dennis Hodge was over there to break it up for Crittenden County, and there's a flag on the play, and I believe it was an illegal receiver downfield. Number 77 for Paintsville was in the end zone with the pass. But I don't believe that's going to hurt the Rockets. So, with 6:33 to play in the first quarter, Crittenden County will be set to take their second kickoff attempt, and we'll be back with that kickoff. But first, let's pause for some important messages from the fine folks bringing you this telecast.
Happy faces greet you when you walk through the door at Hodge Outdoor Sports. Everyone there is happy because they know that they have the biggest selection of merchandise in town. They have almost everything a hunter and fisherman could need. Racks and racks of clothing for the whole family, a large selection of shoes, a new shipment of boots for everyone, housewares, even tapes, albums, and stereo equipment. So if you haven't been to Hodge Outdoor Sports, don't you think it's time you go? And if you have been, y'all come back again, you hear? Congratulations, Rockets. Many folks these days have found that it really isn't all that difficult to work on their car themselves. In fact, it can be kind of fun. Almost anyone can change the oil in their car. Tune-ups are fairly easy, and changing filters is a must. Myers Auto Parts on East Belleville Street in Marion has everything you need to work on your car yourself, from tools to the parts themselves. Myers Auto Parts is your Napa parts dealer in this area. Try Napa parts. You'll find that Napa parts, in most cases, are better than original parts. So if you haven't tried before, get out there and work on your car yourself, and drop by Myers Auto Parts for quality Napa parts. Antifreeze is $3.99 a gallon, less $3 rebate on a 2-gallon purchase.
Number 20, the soccer-style kicker for Paintsville, Bront Davis, set to kick it off. Last time he kicked it on the far side of the field, about the 4-yard line, where I believe it was Rusty Minyard ran that one back. And Paintsville had excellent coverage. The Rockets only got it back to the 14-yard line. Bront Davis is ready. There's a kick. Not quite as good a kick this time. Minyard's got it at the 19, at the 25, the 30. He's at the 40, at midfield, and still on his feet. And down at the Paintsville 42-yard line. Got a block from Jeff Porter over there, a block from, I believe it was number 28, Darren Holloman, that helped him out. A nice return from the 19, 31 yards to midfield, and another 9 yards to the 42, or 8 yards to the 42. About a 40-yard return. So Crittenden County once again has excellent field position. As number 24 checks out of the lineup, that's Minyard, and Buddy McDaniels comes in to operate the offense. The left-hander this time has splits in the backfield. They're not in the I formation. Crabtree and Phillips are the running backs. It gives to Phillips off the left side. He's across the 30, but down to the 28-yard line, and a 14-yard gain by the big bruising halfback, Donnie Phillips, a junior, 210-pounder. Carries the mail really well for the Rockets. Nice block that opened the hole over there. We'll check and see which Rocket actually threw. There were a couple of Crittenden County Rockets front linemen that opened that hole. I believe it was number 60. Was Kelly McIntosh who helped open that hole, along with 65, as McDaniels throws the left-hander to Hodge, and it bounced incomplete. The players having a little trouble standing up on the AstroTurf. Of course, this is the home of the Louisville Redbirds baseball team, and you can see some of the, there you see, you're looking at where second base would be during a baseball game. Spotted on a hash mark on the far side of the field. It's at the 27-yard line, 2nd down and 10 for the Rockets. The clock stops on the incompleted pass. There's 5:38 to play in the first quarter. Paintsville on top, 6-0. Duke Owen moves out over the ball at center. Number 22, Brian Holloman, is split to the right. And number 26, Bobby Belt's in the slot. There's a pitch to Phillips, trying the left side again. He got about 4 yards.
Carried by Donnie Phillips, number 20, the tackle by Marion Hall, number 53.
Marion Hall on the stop. Also for Paintsville, number 43, James Williams, in on the stop. Dennis Hodge comes back into the Rocket lineup, bringing a play from Coach Mike Gates. Gates in his 3rd year as head coach at Crittenden County. In his 6th year of coaching, I believe he started his career at Allen County after playing football at Western Kentucky University. Buddy McDaniels has it 3rd down and 6. Rolls to his right, throws it to Hodge, and he dropped it. Dennis Hodge couldn't hold on to it. I'm sure the Rockets will go for it from the 28-yard line. It's 4th and 6. Hodge might have had the first down then had he been able to hang on to it. It is cool, and the wind's blowing, like we said, from the top of your screen toward top right of your screen toward the bottom left, as the players facing into that, and now it's a timeout on the field. Coach Gates is going to come out and talk to his Rockets. We'll take time in for these announcements.
Whenever you want to discuss Rocket sports, go to the Marion Barber Shop. There's usually a crowd gathered, and all they're talking about right now is Rocket football. The game is always pre-played and replayed right there in the shop. Everybody wants to look their best for the games, so go by and see Dickie Goff at the Marion Barber Shop for the best haircut in town and all your hair care needs. That's the Marion Barber Shop at 222 South Main Street. The Marion Pit Barbecue is proud to be a sponsor of Crittenden County Rocket football. Stop by Marion Pit Barbecue for one of the most delicious barbecue sandwiches you'll ever eat, or take it home for the whole family by the pound. Go by and see Jack Easley and Company at Marion Pit Barbecue on Princeton Road. Congratulations, Rockets, state champions.
Crittenden County has it 4th down and a long 6 yards. They failed on their other attempt from 3rd down, and this time there's a flag on the play. Looked like it might have been a halfback option that time to Hodge. And it's like a delay of game penalty against Crittenden County. Say Crittenden County lined up offside, so it'll be 4th down and 11 now for the Rockets. Coach Gates has Rusty Miniard on the sideline with him, but he doesn't elect to send him in. Probably go with the same play. 4th and 11, 4:51 to go in the first quarter. Paintsville moved out 6-0 on a 60-yard pass completion from quarterback Jeff Baldwin to fullback Joey Couch. This time the Rockets are in the power I. The pitch is to Hodge, rolling to his right, trying to throw. Trapped behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to go down for a loss. Back at the 35. Loss of 7 yards on the play. And Paintsville takes over.
Loss of 7 yards.
4:43 to go in the first quarter.
Might tell them we can't get a picture of the scoreboard.
We'd like to show you the scoreboard, but from our vantage point here in the press box, it's not exactly possible. We'll try to lean out. We're up about 50 or 60 feet in the air above the stadium, as you can tell by the camera angle. Jeff Baldwin moves his Paintsville Tigers up. Couch is a fullback. They give his number 26 Algers, and Alger gets 3 or 4 hard yards before number 74 for the Rockets. Stefan Kozart made the stop, but there's a flag on the play. And let's see what the flag is. They're talking to the Rockets, apparently. No? Let's see what the call is going to be.
Hey, what's this?
It is a personal foul against Crittenden County, and a 15-yard step-off against the Rockets. Going to move the ball exactly on the midfield stripe. As you see the University of Louisville Cardinal football helmet that dons the center of the field here in Cardinal Stadium. That gives Paintsville their second first down of the game. That one on a penalty. 1st and 10 at midfield as Baldwin has his Tigers operating. This time he's going to throw it over the middle. Oh, he's going deep. And Rusty Miniard's over there. The player's out of bounds. It was intended for number 16, Todd Burchell. Step for step with him over there is number 26, Bobby Belt. Belt's a senior, 5'9", 165-pounder. Crittenden County had the pass play pretty well covered that time. As we said earlier, Baldwin is a 50% passer on his completions. He's thrown for over 1,200 yards. Burchell, the intended receiver, has also thrown a ball 3 or 4 times for Paintsville. Here's a fake and a pitch to Alger, trying to turn to left side. Hodge is up there to get him at the line of scrimmage. Dennis Hodge and number 22, Brian Holloman, up to ride him down.
Tackle by Dennis Hodge, number 14, and number 22, Brian.
Might have gained a half a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 9 on the 3:43 to go in the first quarter. Paintsville holding on to a 6-0 lead. The Rockets have been behind in the playoffs, but have always responded. And they've driven the ball a couple of times pretty well here and got down to the 27, but couldn't punch it in on the previous series. Jeff Baldwin on the count, rolls to his right to throw. The pressure's on from Crabtree, and Porter hits him. He fumbles, but recovers his own fumble. Stefan Cozart in on the stop. We thought Jeff Campbell was in there with him too. I believe he was. And a lot of pressure from number 34, Mike Crabtree, from his linebacker spot, or guard spot. It'll be 4th down for Paintsville from their own 45. Number 80 is going to kick it away. Brett Huff. He averages 33 yards a kick. And there's flags everywhere, and the whistle went off before the punt. So they'll call it back. It looks like it's against Paintsville. That'll back it up, and if he kicks it his normal 33 yards, number 14, Dennis Hodge, and number 24, Rusty Minyard, should catch it somewhere around their own 25-yard line. And if there is no return, that'll still give the Rockets pretty good field position. 2:43 to play in the first quarter. Second penalty on, or the third penalty on Paintsville. They've been penalized 3 times for a total of 25 yards. Huff's got the punt, almost blocked by Porter. He kicks it to the 30, and Minyard picks it up and drops it, and he swarmed on right there. Paintsville showing a lot of speed. Number 19 down there on the punt was Bront Davis. Or no, it's Jared Gray, I'm sorry. Bront Davis is the Tiger who kicks off for Paintsville. Number 2, Buddy McDaniels, comes in to operate the Rockets. They'll be on their own 27.
Return was on -3.
Minyard had trouble fielding the ball from his own 30 and dropped it and picked it up and actually lost 3 yards on the return. McDaniels doesn't have him in the I formation this time. Phillips and Crabtree, the running backs. And the give is to Crabtree, and he got nothing. And there to stack them up for Paintsville's number 72, Randy Van Hoos. And off the bottom of that stack for Paintsville, number 21, Jeff Griffin, was in on the stop, along with Mike Collette, number 55. 1:40 to play in the first quarter. Crittenden County on the attack. Let's give Crabtree a gain of a yard on that. Make it 2nd down and 9 for the Rockets. In the I formation this time, Crabtree and Phillips, and there's a whistle and a flag again. Both teams seems to be having trouble getting the play off in time. Some are lining up offside, some are. We've had not a lot of penalties, but more than we've had in the other playoff games. Apparently, they may be calling that a little different up in this part of the state. The officials are from Chosen, from all over. The KHSAA does the selection of the officials for the state playoffs. This is the first of 3 games being played the Friday following Thanksgiving. Number 58, Duke Owen, comes up at 2nd down and 14 for the Rockets, and about 3,000 people from Marion holler, "Go Rockets," as Donnie Phillips gets 2 yards to the 25. He's hit and knocked down there by Andy Patrick. That'll make it 3rd down and 12 for the Rockets, and a throwing situation for Buddy McDaniels as Dennis Hodge comes into the Rocket lineup and brings a play from Coach Pat Gates and the Rocket bench. The Rocket bench is directly down in front of us. Paintsville's cheering section is on the far side of the field, and this is their bench. McDaniels has Donnie Phillips and Crabtree back. There's a quick pass on the far side over there. Hodge gives him a block. He gets across the 30 to 35 and got close to that 1st down, but not quite enough.
Number 22, Brian Holland. Tackle by number 26, Mark.
It's going to be a yard short, and Dennis Hodge will have to kick it away. A nice block from Hodge over there that sprung him loose. Holloman on the catch got 11 yards, but it'll still be 4th down and a yard because of the 5-yard penalty. 2 seconds, 1 second, and Crittenden County lets the clock run out. That was a smart move because now they'll be kicking with the wind. So at the end of the first quarter, it's Paintsville 6, Crittenden County nothing, and we'll be back with the second quarter. But first, a word from the friendly folks making this telecast possible.
The 88 Dip and the Davis family and employees are happy to sponsor Rocket football. The 88 Dip, located at 113 Sturgis Road, has been fueling the Rockets for 3 decades. The 88 Dip is open Monday through Saturday from 5:30 a.m. till 10 p.m. and serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. The 88 Dip is still the place where friends meet to talk about them Rockets. Congratulations, Rockets, state champions. Mott Lumber Company would like to salute the Rockets and the school for a great season. Come by Mott Lumber Company, where they have in stock kitchen cabinets, vanities, doors, windows, paneling, molding, fiberglass, cellulose insulation, plumbing and electrical supplies, builder's hardware, hand tools, paint, roofing, roof coating, aluminum guttering, vinyl and aluminum siding, framing lumber, plywood, particle board, and wafer board. Mott Lumber Company is also your carpet and vinyl headquarters with name brands such as Heritage, West Point, Pepperell, Arlington, and Hermitage Carpeting, and Armstrong and Congolium Vinyl with professional installation available for both. For the lowest prices in this area, come to Mott Lumber Company, 6 miles south of Marion on Highway 641.
Dennis Hodge will kick it away from the Rocket 31. He's averaged about 35 yards a kick in the last 3 or 4 ball games. He has a little bit of a wind at his back and not one of his better kicks, but he backs him up to the 28-yard line. Paintsville has nice blocking up the way. Hodge is chasing him. He gets clipped, and there's a flag on it. Minyard's going to run him out of bounds at the 31, but Hodge had the angle on him at midfield before he got clipped. The return by was number 19, Jared Gray, a 6'2", 180-pound junior for Paintsville. He carried the mail well. He had some fine blocking upfield. Paintsville had set up the punt return very well. That should put the ball down on the 35-yard line because the penalty was right up midfield. And they'll back it up. The ball is going to be spotted on a 34-yard line. That's just about where, or about 5 yards in front of where but it's a 15-yard penalty. Let's see how far Hodge kicked it from his own 31. Hodge kicked it about 35 yards in the air. Baldwin brings up the Paintsville Tigers. He has number 16 flanked way out to the right. He gives it to his fullback, and he goes nowhere. Got a yard at the most. Number 72 up there to hit him first, I believe, was Jeff Campbell. Campbell's a 6', 260-pound senior tackle for the Rockets, and he anchors the front wall for Crittenden County. Stefan Cozart, I believe, might have been in on the tackle, but he's on the other side. That's about where they ran it. Crittenden County has the 4-down linesman. Porter's at one end, and I believe Philip Holloman at the other end. There's he gives straight up the middle again by Joey Couch, the fullback, and he got 4 tough yards out to the 40, where it'll be 3rd down and 4 to go for Paintsville. Number 63, Wampy Stewart, was in on the stop, along with Porter.
Get him, Wampy.
10:45 to go in the first half. Paintsville has been unsuccessful on their other 3rd down attempt to convert. Baldwin has him in the I formation. 82, the fullback, is Couch. Gives this to Algers. Algers not, yeah, he got the 1st down. Good second effort there as Cozart and Wampy Stewart wrapped him up at the 44, but he dove forward for an extra yard and got the 1st down at the 45. A gain of 5 yards from Algers. He's rushed the ball 3 times and is now plus 1 yard for the day. He lost 8 on his first attempt on a pitch out and a fumble. See, the 1st downs, that was another one for Paintsville. They have 3, 1 by pass, 1 by penalty, and 1 by rush. Baldwin drops back to throw. The right-hander fires it to number 41, who missed it, and number 22 for the Rockets, Brian Holloman, was putting on the pressure.
41.
Todd Strickland, the split end, a 5'9", 150-pound junior, was the intended receiver, but Baldwin's pass was a little high. And Brian Holloman didn't see it deflected soon enough, or he might have had it and had himself about a 45-yard touchdown because it would have been clear sailing. 10 minutes exactly to go in the half. Strickland split on the left side, and in the slot is number 16, Todd Burchell. And there's a pitch to Algers. He's trying to turn the corner, and Cozart wraps him up behind the line of scrimmage. Number 28 for Crittenden County, Darren Holloman, set the play and turned him in, and Cozart wrapped him up for about a 2-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 12 now for Paintsville as number 42 comes in. That's Jason Wise bringing a play in from the Tiger bench. Paintsville's coached by Walter Brew, who's been at that school for 35 years, along with his assistant coach, Jim Wheeler. Brew has been the head coach for 30 years. He's won about 224 ball games there while losing about 162. There are flags down now as either delay of game or encroachment. We're not sure which. Either way, it'll still be 3rd down. Illegal procedure, I believe, is a call against Paintsville. That'll make it 3rd and 17 for the Tigers, and a Rocket defense digs in. The ball will be inside the 40 at about the 38 now. In the Rocket secondaries, Dennis Hodge, Rusty Minyard, Brian Holloman on the far side, and on the near side at the bottom of your screen, Bobby Belt. Looks like the cornerback on the right side is number 28, Darren Holloman. And here's a pitch to Algers. He turns it upfield, and he's hammered down at the 48-yard line. A pickup of about 8 yards on the play. It'll be 4th down and 8 for Paintsville.
Number 63 and number 87, Jeff Porter.
Porter and Wampy Stewart to make the stop. I believe he gained 8. It'll be 4th down and 9. 8:45 to go in the half. This time, number 80, Brett Huff, a 6'1", 200-pound senior punter, will kick into the wind this time. And there's flags on that play. Hodge makes the reception, gets it outside, and he's still on his feet at the 40. But he stepped out of bounds at the 37-yard line. The penalty is against Paintsville. And they may bring it back and kick it again. We'll wait and see. The punt was from the 46. I believe Hodge caught it at about the 20. So about a 33-yard punt. That's about what Huff is averaging for the Tigers. They're explaining the situation to Wampy Stewart. Illegal procedure is a call. It's declined by the Rockets, and Crittenden County will take over at their own 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Pretty good field position for the Rockets. They're operating with the wind, which is blowing a little bit right to left, I guess we'd say, as you look at the picture. Paintsville comes up. They're going to have 4 down linemen against the Rockets, as Buddy McDaniel sets the play. And now, once again, number 55, Mike Collett, jumps off sides. He's a 5'10", 190-pound sophomore and a guard. He's going to be replaced by number 61, Mike Franklin, 193-pound senior in that spot. Franklin starts on offense. Probably Coach Brew trying to rest some of his offensive starters. Paintsville leads 6-0. Crittenden has it 1st down and 5 at their own 43. There's a give to Mike Crabtree, and Crabtree gets the 1st down for the Rockets and runs it down to the Paintsville 46-yard line, and a gain of about 11 yards on the play. 8:17 to go in the first half. Crittenden County on the move in Paintsville territory. They've been there twice and were turned away on 4th down situations. Buddy McDaniels brings his Rockets up, turns and looks at Crabtree, the fullback, and Holloman, the halfback. The tailback is Dennis Hodge. And the give is to Phillips. Phillips is hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he's dropped for a 3-yard loss. Paintsville.
53, Marion Hall.
6'1", 190-pound junior Marion Hall, defensive tackle, makes a stop for Paintsville, and now they're going to say that Holloman lost a yard on a play, make it 2nd down and 11. Duke Owens out over the ball at center. The Rockets move up. McDaniels turns and checks his backfield. This time he fakes and gives it to Crabtree, still on his feet, taking some licks, still running hard, and now he's finally swarmed on at the line of scrimmage.
Number 34.
He might have got a yard back. Did some hard running. Half of the Paintsville defensive crew hit him before he finally went down. They're going to spot it at the original line of scrimmage. The 46 gave him a yard back that they lost on a previous play. Dennis Hodge, number 14, and number 26 comes in, Bobby Belt, for the Rockets, in an obvious passing situation for Buddy McDaniels. Holloman, Jeff Porter is a tight end on the right side, and this time 26, Bobby Belt's going to play in on the left side. Crittenden County doesn't have anybody split or flank, but McDaniels rolls to throw, and it's almost caught by Bobby Belt. It's broken up over there by number 43, James Williams, cornerback for Paintsville. So it'll be 4th and 10 at the 46. And I believe Coach Pat Gates will elect to punt the ball away as Rockets are down 6-0. There's 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. Crittenden County has been unable to be successful on their 3rd down plays. Hodge will kick it away from his own 46. Has a little bit of a wind at his back. Gets it away, and a beautiful punt's going to go down to the 1-yard line. And a fair catch caught there by Todd Burchell. And he would have been much better off to let that one roll in the end zone. There was no flag on the previous play because the player who fell on Hodge was actually blocked into him. A beautiful punt from Dennis Hodge that covered 42 yards on the kick. Beautiful punt. A lot of hang time on that one. The Rockets were down there, and Burchell elected to make the fair catch at the 3.5-yard line, and the Rockets have their defensive crew fired up and have the Tigers right where they want them. There's a give to Algers, and he breaks it out to the 8-yard line, a gain of 4. Wampy Stewart again in on the stop for the Rockets. Had some help from 65 Andy Mason. And I believe Paintsville, no, it's Crittenden County that's going to elect to take a timeout. As Coach Kent Barnes comes in to talk to his defensive unit. And we'll take time in for these important announcements.
Marion Shoe Store, located at 110 East Carlisle Street, is open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5, except Wednesday 9 to 12. Marion Shoe Store is your shoe store for the whole family, with shoes for infants, small children, older boys and girls, and men and ladies. We also have snow boots, belts, purses, and all your shoe care products. Marion Shoe Store invites you to see our selection and give us a chance to meet your shoe needs for the holidays. Lay away now for Christmas. Visa and MasterCard accepted. Congratulations, Rockets. Conrad's IGA is located on Princeton Road in Marion. Richard Conrad and all of the Conrad IGA employees are behind the Rockets all the way and proud to be a sponsor of Rocket football. Conrad's IGA is the grocery store to shop for low prices on quality brand names. Fill your special turkey booster card and receive a free turkey for Thanksgiving from Conrad's IGA. Congratulations, Rockets, state champions.
2nd and 6.
Paintsville gets it out close to the 1st down after the timeout. Crittenden County tried to regroup their defensive unit. Number 82 on the carry is the fellow who put the big dent in Crittenden County. That's going to be a penalty against Paintsville for offensive holding, and that'll back it up inside the 5-yard line. 5:56 to play in the half. Paintsville working against a slight wind. Wind's not quite as bad on that side of the field, in that corner of the field, as it is over on the near side of the field. They're going to spot it down about the original line of scrimmage, make it 2nd down and 10 at the 4 or 3.5 yard line for Paintsville.
2nd and 10.
Burchett, or Baldwin, comes out as the quarterback, gives it to Algers. He's trying to get around Bobby Belt, and he's hammered down at the 6-yard line. A good stick by Wampy Stewart. As number 26, Bobby Belt, rode him down on the corner, but there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage again. And we'll have to wait and see which way that penalty goes. Holding against Paintsville again, I believe.
And it's holding against Paintsville.
Across the way, you see Paintsville's crowd in this huge stadium. And you'll just have to imagine that the crowd is just like that, only they're right underneath us from Crittenden County. I believe Crittenden County has 400 or 500 more fans here. A lot of people here from Western Kentucky came up early to see the Class A championship game, because Mayfield will play immediately following this game, and then Paducah Tillman plays for the 3A championship later on the same day. The holding penalty was declined, so it's 3rd down and 7 to go for Paintsville. They're operating from their own 7. The quarterback, Jeff Baldwin, gives it straight ahead to Couch, and he's still on his feet. Got across the 10, but not enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at about the 11 and give him a 4-yard gain. As the clock runs with 5 minutes to play in the first half, Paintsville gets their kicking unit in, and you can expect Brett Huff to punt it away. This time he'll be kicking into a slight wind, so the Rockets should get the ball somewhere around their own 40 or 45 yard line. Back deep, Rusty Miniard and Dennis Hodge are backed up on their 40 and 42 yard lines. A good snap. And there's a kick. Hodge is going to field it on the run at the 35. He runs around a man. He might go all the way. He's at the 20, the 10. The punter's chasing him. He gets in there. Touchdown, Crittenden County. 4:32 to play in the half, and Crittenden County has tied it up. And once again, their big play man, Dennis Hodge, elected to field the low punt on the dead run, and I think he caught it at the 35-yard line, which would make the punt about a 24-yarder. And he raced around the only man downfield. He just outran him. Hodge runs a 40 in about 4.5 seconds. Dennis Hodge, who raced in with the punt and return, will spot it for the quarterback, Buddy McDaniels, a left footer. Set to kick it. Hodge spots it. The kick is good, and Crittenden County has moved out to a 7-6 lead over Paintsville with 4:32 to play in the first half, and we'll be back with the remainder of the first half from Cardinal Stadium. But first, let's pause for these messages.
Druthers Restaurant is located at 324 Sturgis Road in Marion, and happy to sponsor Rocket football. At Druthers, you receive fast and courteous service from friendly employees and have a relaxed atmosphere in which to eat. Or you can use their convenient drive-through window for takeout orders. Go by Druthers and register for the mini race car. That's Druthers Restaurant, where Rocket fans meet to eat before and after the game. I'd rather go to Druthers Restaurant. Congratulations, Rockets. The Fashion Hunt is located at 112 East Carlisle Street and is proud to be a sponsor of Rocket football. Helen, Mary Beth, Angie, and Gus Hunt invite all you ladies to come to Fashion Hunt for all your clothing needs. At Fashion Hunt, you can find anything from sportswear to prom dresses and from daily wear to wedding gowns. Men, if you're stuck on what to get your sweetheart for Christmas, get friendly and courteous assistance from Fashion Hunt. Congratulations, Rockets.
Buddy McDaniels tees it up for the Rockets, who have moved out ahead 7-6. And there's a high end-over-end kick going back to the 12-yard line. That's Jared Gray with the ball. He's still on his feet at the 30, and down he goes. Wampy Stewart over there to make the hit along with Porter. And I believe number 74, Stefan Kozart, who's limping a little bit, trying to get his shoe back on. I believe it slipped off. Paintsville will have it at their own 31, 1st and 10. The Tigers have a 9-3 record under 35-year coach Walter Brew. They call the Paintsville Tigers the Brew Crew up there in eastern Kentucky. About 180 miles from Louisville. About the same distance that Crittenden County is away from Louisville. There's Alger with it. He got a couple of yards before he ran into number 72 of the Rockets, Big Jeff Campbell. I believe Campbell is the biggest player on the field at 260 pounds, although Paintsville has a couple that tip the scales at 240. This time, quarterback Jeff Baldwin has Jared Gray split wide to the right side, and at the bottom of your screen, at the top of your screen, there's a pass complete to number 86, Frank Osborne, and he's hammered down by Wampy Stewart and Jeff Porter. A gain of 13 yards on the play. I believe it'll be Paintsville with another first down. That's their second first down on the pass. 13-yard gain on the play. The 4th first down for Paintsville. Oh, I'm sorry, 10-yard gain on the play. They picked up 4 on the previous play. This time, number 86 made the catch. As Baldwin's back to throw over the middle, and 86 latches on to another one. That's Frank Osborne, the tight end, a 5'10", 180-pound junior for the Tigers. Pick up 5 on the play, make it 2nd down and 5. The ball is 1 yard shy of the midfield stripe. Crittenden County trying to stop Paintsville's passing attack right now, and the pass has been, I believe, the biggest weapon for Paintsville here in the first half. We have 2:40 to go in the half, as Baldwin has flankers on both sides. Turns, looks downfield. Now he's chased out of the pocket by Porter and stays on his feet. He's hit by one man and then finally hammered down by number 65 for the Rockets, Andy Mason. Mason, a 5'11", 200-pound tackle linebacker and just a junior. He'll be back next year. It's going to be 3rd down. Baldwin didn't gain anything on that attempted pass, but he escaped without losing much, too. Might have gained a half a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 4.5 to go for the Tigers of Paintsville. And they send Todd Strickland to split in wide to the left, and in the slots number 16, Jared Gray. The running backs are Couch, and there's a throw to the flats. It's incomplete. He was open, number 16, Todd Burchell. Was hit hard by Holloman after he dropped the ball, but it was incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 4 to go, and I believe Paintsville will kick it away. The Tigers now trail the Rockets 7-6. And Brett Huff, who's kicked the ball, he's kicked it twice. He's just averaging a little over 25 yards a kick into the wind. Hodge is back at his own 25 along with Minyard. This one's going to Hodge at the 21-yard line, being chased out of there. Still on his feet, going to outrun him, turns the corner. He's at the 30 and run out of bounds at the 32. Give Hodge some credit. He outran the defense and tried to turn it upfield, but he ran out of room over there on the sidelines in front of the Paintsville bench. 32-yard line, 11-yard return for Hodge, who returned the previous punt 35 yards for Crittenden's first touchdown. And Hodge will come out as Buddy McDaniels comes in to operate the offense for Crittenden County. Hodge and number 26, Bobby Belt, will get a breather. The tailback will be Rusty Minyard, the fullback Mike Crabtree, and the other running back will be Donnie Phillips. Both ends are tight. Porter's at one end, and I believe Darren Holloman is playing the other end now. The give is to Minyard, the tailback, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Hit hard over there, but number 25 and number 26, Andy Patrick and Mark Alger for Paintsville. They're going to say that, and now Paintsville is going to take their second time out of the half with 1:21 to play in the first half. Crittenden County leads Paintsville 7-6 in the state championship football game. We'll be back with the remainder of the half, but first, these messages from the folks making this telecast possible.
Happy faces greet you when you walk through the door at Hodge Outdoor Sports. Everyone there is happy because they know that they have the biggest selection of merchandise in town. They have almost everything a hunter and fisherman could need. Racks and racks of clothing for the whole family, a large selection of shoes, a new shipment of boots for everyone, housewares, even tapes, albums, and stereo equipment. So if you haven't been to Hodge Outdoor Sports, don't you think it's time you go? And if you have been, y'all come back again, you hear? Congratulations, Rockets. Many folks these days have found that it really isn't all that difficult to work on their car themselves. In fact, it can be kind of fun. Almost anyone can change the oil in their car. Tune-ups are fairly easy, and changing filters is a must. Myers Auto Parts on East Belleville Street in Marion has everything you need to work on your car yourself, from tools to the parts themselves. Myers Auto Parts is your Napa parts dealer in this area. Try Napa parts. You'll find that Napa parts, in most cases, are better than original parts. So if you haven't tried before, get out there and work on your car yourself, and drop by Myers Auto Parts for quality Napa parts. Antifreeze is $3.99 a gallon, less $3 rebate on a 2-gallon purchase.
Crittenden County has it second down and 8. There's a give straight ahead to Mike Crabtree. He dives it out for about a gain of 3 yards on a play. He's hacked down by number 82, Joey Couch, who's a Mr. Do-It-All for, I'd like to have, as, let's see, I believe Paintsville will call another timeout here. Both teams have a timeout left as Paintsville calls their second timeout of the half. They have one remaining. They're trying to stop the clock and force Crittenden County to punt one more time. As you look at them, both teams now, of course, Paintsville would like to get their hands on the ball one more time. Crittenden County will have it third down and 6. They're operating from their own 36-yard line.
Here you go.
The Rockets bring them up, 3rd and 6. We'll see what Coach Pat Gates comes up with. Buddy McDaniel sets his Rockets. Paintsville jumps around. Give is to Crabtree, and he does, maybe gets a yard. Thought about pitching out that time to Minyard, but Crabtree hung on to the ball, and Crabtree shaken up on a play. That's Crabtree on the ground. I believe he's going to be all right, but it's like he might have a cramp or something in his right leg. We'll take another time in here with 1:12 to go in the first half. We'll be right back after these messages.
Whenever you want to discuss Rocket sports, go to the Marion Barber Shop. There's usually a crowd gathered, and all they're talking about right now is Rocket football. The game is always pre-played and replayed right there in the shop. Everybody wants to look their best for the games, so go by and see Dickie Goff at the Marion Barber Shop for the best haircut in town and all your hair care needs. That's the Marion Barber Shop at 222 South Main Street. The Marion Pit Barbecue is proud to be a sponsor of Crittenden County Rocket football. Stop by Marion Pit Barbecue for one of the most delicious barbecue sandwiches you'll ever eat, or take it home for the whole family by the pound. Go by and see Jack Easley and Company at Marion Pit Barbecue on Princeton Road. Congratulations, Rockets, state champions.
Go out of bounds at about the Paintsville 30, so they won't get a chance to run it back. Mike Crabtree was carried off the field and met on the sidelines by his father. They're probably going to check that ankle that we understand he broke about the 3rd game of the season this year against Russellville. We sure hope it's he hasn't re-injured it, it's not hurt badly, and he'll be back for the second half. 37 yards, that's his average on his 3rd punt today for Hodge. Paintsville is going to get it at their own 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They have 1:05 seconds, no timeouts left to operate against Crittenden County's defense, and this time Paintsville has flankers on the far side of the field, one in the slot. Back to throw his ball, and looking upfield Finally fires it to number 86, who dropped it at the 40. He was hit there hard by number 22, Brian Holloman.
Intended for number 86.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. 58 seconds to go in the half. The clock is stopped. Paintsville's throwing into a slight wind. We'll see what Baldwin does this time. Flankers on both sides. Strickland's in slot. There's a pass. It's almost knocked down by Porter.
Pass by Jeff Baldwin is incomplete.
Number 16 was wide open on the far side of the field. That's Jared Gray. The receivers mostly have been Todd Strickland. And Strickland's caught, number 41 has caught 28 passes this year for 400 yards. And he averages about 14 yards a catch. He's caught 5 touchdown passes and 1 2-point conversion. But Todd Burchell, number 16, has caught 7 touchdown passes, and he's the big play man on the pass. He's averaged 25 yards a catch. He has 19 catches for almost 500 yards. Also, a favorite receiver is number 86, Frank Osborne. He's caught passes for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Baldwin back to throw. Porter putting on the pressure. He's going deep for Burchell. Burchell is there, and let's see. There's no penalty. Burchell is complaining that Hodge came over his back, but the ball was there. Number 22, Brian Holloman, was right there with him. Burchell almost was in business at the Rocket 40. Clock stops with 45 seconds left, and it's going to be 4th down now. I believe Paintsville is going to have to kick it away to the Rockets. Those are the kind of plays that you just throw the ball as far as you can and hope there is a penalty if you can't catch it. Brett Huff, a 6'1", 200-pound senior, has averaged about 28 yards a kick. He's going to run with it. And Porter's chasing him over there. Wampy Stewart's going to get him at the 34-yard line. Almost got a 1st down. But now the Rockets have a timeout and 35 seconds to move the ball about 33 yards. So we'll see what Coach Pat Gates elects to do. Will he put it in the air and try to score again, or will he just sit on it and run the clock out? Paintsville doesn't have any timeouts left. And we'll see as Coach Gates is talking to Buddy McDaniels. And now the senior quarterback, the southpaw, comes in. And he's fired up, so I'm sure they're going to go for it. Number 22, Brian Holloman, goes to the right side. He's the flanker on the right. Number 26, Bobby Belt's in the slot on the right. And the pitch is to number 24, Rusty Minier, trying to turn the corner, and he's slung down at the line of scrimmage by number 82, Joey Couch. Couch is kind of Mr. Do-It-All for Paintsville. He is a fullback. And now we're going to call a timeout by Coach Pat Gates, and he's going to bring Dennis Hodge back in at a tailback and talk to Rusty Minier there. 22 seconds to go in the half. Let's take time in for these messages.
The 88 Dip and the Davis family and employees are happy to sponsor Rocket football. The 88 Dip, located at 113 Sturgis Road, has been fueling the Rockets for 3 decades. The 88 Dip is open Monday through Saturday from 5:30 a.m. till 10 p.m. and serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. The 88 Dip is still the place where friends meet to talk about them Rockets. Congratulations, Rockets, state champions. Mott Lumber Company would like to salute the Rockets and the school for a great season. Come by Mott Lumber Company, where they have in stock kitchen cabinets, vanities, doors, windows, paneling, molding, fiberglass, cellulose insulation, plumbing and electrical supplies, builder's hardware, hand tools, paint, roofing, roof coating, aluminum guttering, vinyl and aluminum siding, framing lumber, plywood, particle board, and wafer board. Mott Lumber Company is also your carpet and vinyl headquarters with name brands such as Heritage, West Point, Pepperell, Arlington, and Hermitage Carpeting, and Armstrong and Congolium Vinyl, with professional installation available for both. For the lowest prices in this area, come to Mott Lumber Company, 6 miles south of Marion on Highway 641.
22 seconds to go. Holloman throws it to Hodge, and he overthrew him. Hodge turned the wrong way. That'll make it 3rd down and 11. Play took 4 seconds.
Is incomplete.
Paintsville had good coverage on the play that time from John Carroll, number 27, and number 43, James Williams, cornerback. McDaniels brings the Rockets up. He has number 22, Brian Holloman, at the bottom of your screen. In the slot, I believe, is number 26, Bobby Belt, as McDaniels throws deep, and it's incomplete. And they're going to call a flag. And that one's on going to be against Todd Burchell. Burchell thought he was interfered with earlier on a attempted pass, and let's see what they're going to do. I believe the penalty is going to be against Paintsville, and they say it's pushing against Belt. Or no, it's against Burchell. The penalty is against Paintsville, and that brought a lot of reaction from the avid Paintsville fans across the way, and they're booing the call. They don't like it a bit. But it is too bad, but it's one of those judgment calls. And from up here in the press box, it looked like Belt had position. And I believe with 12 seconds to go, Crittenden County, they're going to spot the ball at the 19-yard line. And McDaniels, with no timeouts, but he might get a chance to throw another pass, maybe two short ones, and then try to kick the field goal. He has the leg to do that from that distance. And he is kicking with a slight wind. 7-6, Crittenden County on top. Duke Owen over the ball. McDaniels under, calling the signals. Belt's flanked to his right. He's going to be hit as he throws. It's complete to Todd Porter, but he dropped it. And what a lick. Number 43 and number 25 up there to hit Porter as he caught the ball at about the 5-yard line. Andy Patrick and James Williams made the stick. But I believe this time Crittenden County is going to go for the, let's see, McDaniels was tying his shoe. Dennis Hodge is back there, and they're going to spot it down at the 25-yard line. And it'll be a field goal of 10, 20, about 30-yard attempt. McDaniels' kick is long enough. It's no good. It's wide to the left. And actually, that's the same direction the wind's blowing. That might have pushed it off. Just missed it with 2 seconds to go. Paintsville will at least get to snap the ball and run one play before the half ends. So the pass interference call didn't hurt either team or help either team, even though it did give Crittenden County an opportunity to try a field goal and almost a pass reception down at the 5-yard line. The Rockets drop back 4 players deep to protect against the pass. Rusty Minyard, Dennis Hodge, Brian Holloman, and Bobby Belt. It's Jeff Baldwin. Under center has only one running back. That's number 82. And 82 blocks as he throws it deep, and it's caught, but it's out of bounds. Number 26 for the Rockets, Bobby Belt, caught it out of bounds. It won't count as an interception, so that's the end of the first half. With the score, Crittenden County 7, Paintsville 6. We'll be back with some halftime activities, but first, let's pause for these important announcements from the friendly folks bringing you the telecast of the Class A state championship taken at the 12-yard line. That's Bront Davis with it, and he's wrestled down at the 36. Jeff Porter in to make the stop along with the kicker, Buddy McDaniels. You see big number 72, Jeff McDaniels, in there to anchor the front wall for Crittenden County. Paintsville has it at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Stats for Paintsville in the first half. They had 128 total yards, 47 on the run and 78 on the pass. Algiers is wrapped up by number 65, Andy Mason, for no gain. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Paintsville. They're operating at their own 36 in front of their own bench across the way. Crittenden County on top 7-6. In the first half, Alger rushed the ball 8 times for 25 yards, and Couch rushed it 6 times for 19 yards. 78 yards passing came from Baldwin, who now pitches it to number 42. He's got some running room over there. He's got the first down for Paintsville. Number 26, Bobby Belt, helped wrestle him out over there. And nice gain on the play of about 14 yards on the play. Played a minute in the third quarter now, and Paintsville has another first down. The ball carrier for the Tigers, number 42, is Jason Wise, who didn't carry the ball in the first half. Paintsville, I believe, had 6 first downs in the first half. That's their first in the second half, as Baldwin has them in the I formation. Couch is the fullback. Alger's the tailback, who gets the call. He runs it through there. Number 28 dives and makes the stop. Darren Holloman had some help from number 58. That's Duke Owen. Give him 3 yards on the play. Second down and 7 for Algers, who checks out of the Paintsville lineup. And the tailback this time will be number 42, Jason Wise. Wise, a 5'10", 140-pound senior. Algers, a 5'10", 140-pound senior. They tell us from Paintsville that both have about the same speed. Baldwin on the keeper this time is wrapped up by Donnie Phillips. And number 72, Jeff Porter. Number 87, Jeff Porter, and number 72, Jeff Campbell over there to make the stop. And also, I believe, another Rocket, number 58, maybe Duke Owen, was in on the stop. Third down, 5 to go. The ball's on the 45-yard line, or 40, just outside the 45 of Crittenden County. Paintsville took over at their own 36 and have moved for 1 first down. As Baldwin barks the signals on 3rd and 5, drops back to throw. Looks in the flat, and number 41 has it. And he didn't get the first down, but it's close. He's a yard short. Wampy Stewart over there, and along with 58 Duke Owen, 22 Brian Holloman, all over there to wrap him up. It'll be 4th and a yard, and the Paintsville fans across the way are yelling, "Go for it!" Number 42, Jason Wise, comes in. The pass receiver that time was a split end, Todd Strickland, 5'9", 150-pound junior. Strickland has caught 28 passes this year. Paintsville's going for it on 4th and 1, and their fans across the way are whooping it up. Crittenden County's fans underneath us are hollering for the Rockets to go. And there's number 72, Jeff Campbell. Punished the right tackle for Paintsville, who moved at the line of scrimmage, and I believe it'll be a 5-yard step off against Paintsville. It is. Offsides the Tigers. And now Paintsville is going to kick it. Coach Walter Brew sends in the punting team. I believe back deep to kick it will be Brett Huff. Huff only averaged about 30 yards a kick, just under 30 yards a kick in the first half. 3 of his 4 punts were into the wind. This one will be with the wind. His best kick was a 33-yarder with the wind. Crittenden's only score came off of a Paintsville punt that Dennis Hodge run back in. There's a flag on the play. He kicks it away from Hodge, who fields it on the run at the 10, turns the corner at the 15, and he's wrestled down at the 20 by number 88, Greg Grimm, a 160-pound senior for Paintsville. And let's see who the flag is against this time. They're bringing Wampy Stewart up the field. They want to talk to him, and Wampy will probably make them punt it again. Only a 26-yard kick. Of course, had the ball bounced, it would have went another 10 or 15 yards probably. But Hodge, or actually if it got a good bounce, Hodge fielded it on the run and returned it about 5 or 6 yards before he was wrestled down. But they're going to bring it back up and penalize Paintsville 5 more yards. That's the second penalty of the second half. Paintsville has been penalized 9 times in a game. 2 15-yarders, an 11-yarder on offensive holding, and the rest have been 6 5-yard penalties there. Here's another punt. This one's going to Miniard. It bounces, Paints, and he recovers. What a break for Crittenden County. The ball bounced and hit Miniard, and number 82, Joey Couch, almost caught it for Crittenden County on the bounce, and he could have run it in easily. Could have, but Miniard alertly found the football and fell on it right at the 26-yard line. So the Rockets gained 6 yards on the punt, another 25-yard kick that time from Brett Huff. The Rockets are going to send Brian Holloman to the right side, and in the slots, Bobby Belt, number 26. There's a pitch to Minyard trying the left side, gets a block from Mason, and down he goes. He got about 5 or 6 yards on a carry, and the flags fly. Number 60 over there, Kelly McIntosh, was helping Minyard turn the corner. And let's see who the flag's against. It's holding on Crittenden County, and that call might have went against McIntosh or possibly Wampy Stewart. The line of scrimmage would have been a 33, and it would have been a 7-yard gain for Minyard on the play. And if they take the penalty from there, he'll get yardage. He actually is going to get a 4-yard gain and a 15-yard penalty from the 29-yard line. That'll move it back down around the 14. Or let's see. We're going to move it back to the 19-yard line. 11-yard penalty on the play, I guess, or 10-yard penalty on the play. I believe they actually penalized them 11 from where the infraction occurred. 7:39 to play in the third quarter. Crittenden County leads 7-6 over Paintsville in this Class A state championship football game. Hodge is in the slot, as you would be on the bottom of your screen over there with Holloman. And there's a pass intended for Hodge. He's caught it. He can't squirm loose at the 20. He's wrapped up by number 26, Mark Alger, who is about the same size player as Hodge. Both of them about 5'10" and about 150 pounds. Hodge might go 160. 7 minutes and the clock runs. It's 2nd down and 15 now for Crittenden County. Or it might be 2nd down and 16. Gain of 4 on that pass play. Buddy McDaniels reaches under. Long count this time. The fake to give is to Minyard. Minyard around the left side, gets some running room and moves it up to the 30-yard line. Give him a 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 to go for Crittenden County. A nice play there by the quarterback, Buddy McDaniels, who faked to Phillips and gave it to Minyard running around the left side. We understand that Mike Crabtree doesn't look like he's going to play in the second half, although we see him. He is dressed and standing on the sidelines, but Coach Pat Gates is not using him at this time. Anyway, he didn't play on the first series of plays when Paintsville had the ball. 3rd and 6, 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. McDaniels has his Rockets ready, fakes it to Phillips, throws it downfield to Hodge, who makes a catch at the 47, and he's run out of bounds at the Paintsville 45-yard line. Beautiful pass from Buddy McDaniels and a beautiful catch from Dennis Hodge. A 19-yard, 3rd and 6, 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. McDaniels has his Rockets ready, fakes it to Phillips, throws it downfield to Hodge, who makes a catch to Phillips. Throws it downfield to Hodge, who makes a catch at the 47, and he's run out of bounds at the Paintsville 45-yard line. Beautiful pass from Buddy McDaniels and a beautiful catch from Dennis Hodge. A 19-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Crittenden County. And that's the 3rd pass that McDaniels has completed in 10 attempts. He hasn't had any interceptions, and he's thrown for 33 yards. Paintsville did outgain Crittenden County offensively in the first half. Crittenden had a total of 66 yards offensively. Paintsville had over 130. McDaniels has the Rockets up, gives it to Phillips, trying the left side, and he's tripped up by number 61, Mike Franklin. He plays guard both ways. He's a 5'10", 195-pound senior. Franklin plays both ways at offense and defensive guard. Phillips doesn't get anything on the carry. That's his 7th rushing attempt today, and he has 22 yards total. Just over 3 yards a carry for Donnie, who's only a junior, and a bruising runner from that halfback spot. He'll probably be the one that takes Crabtree's place next year in that backfield. McDaniels fakes now once, throws it deep, and Hodge got tripped up, ran into the defensive player, Mark Algers, trying to make the turn, and it's incomplete. The clock stops with 5 minutes and 9 seconds to play in the third quarter. Crittenden County clings to a 7-6 lead, and let's see, it'll be 3rd down and 10 with the ball on the Paintsville 45-yard line. See what Coach Pat Gates going to send in now. He's got Hodge on the sidelines along with number 28, Darren Holloman. In the slot on the left side is Bobby Belt. The flanker is Darren Holloman. The pitch is to Minier trying the left side. He's at the 40, and he's real close to the first down. He's down to at least the 36. We'll have to see where they spot it. They're going to spot it on the 36-yard line. It'll be 4th and a yard, I believe.
9 yards.
Just under 5 minutes to play. A 9-yard gain that time for Minier. And Minier has run the ball 3 times in the second half. And he has 26 yards on those 3 carries. And it's timeout, Crittenden County. And now the Rocket fans are encouraging Coach Pat Gates to send in the offensive unit and go for it on 4th and 1. And we'll be back to see what the Rockets do right after we pause for these important announcements.
Happy faces greet you when you walk through the door at Hodge Outdoor Sports. Everyone there is happy because they know that they have the biggest selection of merchandise in town. They have almost everything a hunter and fisherman could need. Racks and racks of clothing for the whole family, a large selection of shoes, a new shipment of boots for everyone, housewares, even tapes, albums, and stereo equipment. So if you haven't been to Hodge Outdoor Sports, don't you think it's time you go? And if you have been, y'all come back again, you hear? Congratulations, Rockets. Many folks these days have found that it really isn't all that difficult to work on their car themselves. In fact, it can be kind of fun. Almost anyone can change the oil in their car. Tune-ups are fairly easy, and changing filters is a must. Myers Auto Parts on East Belleville Street in Marion has everything you need to work on your car yourself, from tools to the parts themselves. Myers Auto Parts is your Napa parts dealer in this area. Try Napa parts. You'll find that Napa parts, in most cases, are better than original parts. So if you haven't tried before, get out there and work on your car yourself, and drop by Myers Auto Parts for quality Napa parts. Antifreeze is $3.99 a gallon, less $3 rebate on a 2-gallon purchase.
Crittenden County is going to go for it. Duke Owen moves the Rockets up the line of scrimmage at center. It's Phillips. I believe Miniard's in there. Miniard gets a call. He got the first down, and he actually picked up about 5 yards on the carry down to the 31-yard line of Paintsville. A big first down for Crittenden County. Keeps the play going. They're going to give him 4, mark it on the 37, or the 32. First down and 10 for the Rockets as Dennis Hodge comes back in, and Rusty Miniard checks out. Both boys have a lot of talent and run the ball well for Crittenden County. They're both about 5'10", around 155 or 160 pounds, both seniors. McDaniels has both ends tight this time for the Rockets as they call it, and they say maybe someone jumped off sides. Let's see. The whistle was before the ball was snapped, and they're going to talk to, they say Paintsville crossed the line of scrimmage and failed to get back before the snap. 4:19 to play in the third quarter. Crittenden County, I believe, begin this drive back on their own 26 and have eaten up about 6 minutes of the clock. It's first down and 5 now. The ball's on the 27-yard line. McDaniels brings him up in the same formation and gives to Dennis Hodge, trying the right side of the line. Doesn't get much. Number 27, John Carroll's up to make the stop. Carroll is a freshman, 165-pound freshman for Paintsville. Paintsville dresses about 40 players for the game. Crittenden County, I believe, dressed about 31 for this game. Number 24, Rusty Miniard, comes back in at tailback. The clock shows 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Jeff Porter is a tight end at the bottom of your screen on the right, and on the left at end is number 26, Bobby Belt. Now the power I formation. McDaniels with the long count. Gives it to Phillips straight ahead. Phillips runs over people. And we got the first down. He's inside the 20. I believe they're going to spot it on the 19. Another first down.
Gain of 6, first down.
Phillips' second carry of the first half. The first time he was stopped for no gain. Crittenden County using the clock and using the ground game now to control the football against Paintsville. And that must have been Coach Gates' plan at halftime, to try to control the ball more, to keep it out of the Tigers' hands, because they moved it well in the first half. There's a pitch to Hodge, trying to turn the corner. Breaks loose. He's still on his feet at the 15, at the 10. He's bowled over and turned a flip at the 5. Beautiful tackle over there from Paintsville. Number 16 and number 43 over there.
Number 43 and number 6.
Todd Burchell and number 43, James Williams, turned Hodge a flip, but Hodge tried to dive for that end zone. They're going to spot it just outside the 4-yard line, or just inside the 5. But Crittenden County is knocking on the door now with their offense. The left end this time will be number 26, Bobby Belt. The right end and tight end is Todd Porter, or Jeff Porter. In the I formation, to give us to Phillips straight ahead. He's still on his feet. He's going to run it in. Touchdown. Great second effort by Donnie Phillips. He was hit at the line of scrimmage and stood up by number 25 of Paintsville, Andy Patrick. He just kept driving and bounced off and rolled on into the end zone. 2 minutes and 41 seconds to play in the third quarter, and Crittenden County has extended their lead to 13-6. And now Buddy McDaniels, a left-footed kicker, will try to kick it into the wind and through the uprights for his second extra point attempt. Dennis Hodge is going to spot the ball down at about the 10-yard line. A good snap. The left-footed kick is perfect. And Crittenden County has moved out to a 14-6 lead over the Paintsville Tigers. We'll be back with the kickoff right after we pause for these messages.
Whenever you want to discuss Rocket sports, go to the Marion Barber Shop. There's usually a crowd gathered, and all they're talking about right now is Rocket football. The game is always pre-played and replayed right there in the shop. Everybody wants to look their best for the games, so go by and see Dickie Goff at the Marion Barber Shop for the best haircut in town and all your hair care needs. That's the Marion Barber Shop at 222 South Main Street. The Marion Pit Barbecue is proud to be a sponsor of Crittenden County Rocket football. Stop by Marion Pit Barbecue for one of the most delicious barbecue sandwiches you'll ever eat, or take it home for the whole family by the pound. Go by and see Jack Easley and Company at Marion Pit Barbecue on Princeton Road. Congratulations, Rockets, state champions.
Buddy McDaniel tees it up for Crittenden County. He's kicked it once this half into the wind, and Paintsville was finally stalled in Crittenden County territory at about the 40. The left footer brings it up and kicks it to the 16-yard line, where it's taken there by Burchell. He's across the 25, and down he goes. Number 28, Darren Holloman, makes the stop for Crittenden County.
The stop by number 28, Darren Holloman. Return was for 10 yards.
2:35 to go in the third quarter. Paintsville will take over. Paintsville was scored first against the Rockets and led 6-0 before the Rockets came back in the second quarter and took the lead, and now have extended that margin to 14-6. There's a fake and a pitch out to Algers across the right side.
Alger, number 26. The stop by Bobby Pelt, number 26.
Bobby Belt, number 26, made the stop on number 26, Mark Algers, for Paintsville. And let's see. They give him a first down at the 39-yard line. 12-yard gain on the play for Algers, who rushed for 25 yards in the first half and has 15 in the second half for 40 yards and 11 carries. Grant Beckner keeping the stats for us in the press box here. Here's a little razzle-dazzle coming back to Burchell, and Burchell's got some running room, and he's going to be hauled down by Hodge, and a late hit there by Wampy Sturt, but there's no flag. He was still going forward, and Crittenden County has a player down on the field. I believe That may be number 28, Darren Holloman.
Gain of 3 yards.
Coach Mike Gates there you see, and Coach Jack Easley. And out to assist Holloman as number 12 comes in for the Rockets. Aaron Sumner's a 5'11", 175-pound freshman. And he'll come in to play, I believe he'll play right defensive end for the Rockets as Paintsville sends number 41, Todd Strickland, wide to the right side. Split on the left side is Todd Burchell. There's a give straight ahead to Algiers, and he's hit by Wampy Stewart and wrapped up, but he got about 3 yards on the carry. It was 2nd down and 7. It'll probably be 3rd down and 4 or less. As the clock runs with 1:35 to go, Crittenden County would like Paintsville to operate into the wind in the 4th quarter, and looks like they're going to, as the clock winds down under 1:20 to play now. Strickland goes wide to the right side. Burchell's flanked on the left or toward the bottom right corner of your screen. And to top is Strickland. Quarterback Jeff Baldwin. Long count this time. Fakes it. Pitches it this time to number 42. That's Jason Wise. And the Paintsville fans like that play across the way. It's another 1st down for the Tigers. Dennis Hodge is over to make the stop. He had some help from Wampy Stewart and Stefan Kozart. I believe that last offensive series took a lot out of the Rockets physically because they're not as peppy as they were earlier in the day, of course, and the drive did consume over 7 minutes on the clock. The 1st down's at the Crittenden County 46. Paintsville has flankers on both sides. They give it straight ahead. It's a fumble, and I believe Baldwin got it back.
Baldwin, number 15.
He meant to fake into the center line to Couch and then either pitch it to number 26, Mark Algiers, or probably throw the ball.
Loss of 1 yard.
Give Baldwin a loss of 1. He hasn't rushed the ball many times. That's his 3rd time in the 2nd half. And he has a net yards of -5 for the day on his 6 carries. Baldwin reaches under, flankers on both sides at the top and the bottom of your screen, looking to throw deep. He tosses it up there for Burchell, but he can't run under it.
Yes, Baldwin,
number 22, Brian Holloman, and Dennis Hodge were over there to cover Burchell, or Burchell, I believe it's pronounced by the people from Paintsville. It falls incomplete. 4 seconds to play in this quarter. Paintsville will snap it one more time. It's 3rd down and 11, and they're operating on the Crittenden County 47-yard line. The Rockets clinging to a 14-6 lead now as Paintsville moves up. Number 41, Todd Strickland, goes to the top of your screen. In the slot over there is number 16, Todd Burchell. Baldwin doesn't have him in the eye this time. Rolls to his right, looks, has some running room over there. Now fires it across field to Burchell, and he's hit as he caught it and wrestled down, but he got the 1st down. Number 24, Rusty Miniard, came up to make the stick, but Burchell held on to it. Burchell's caught 19 passes prior to this game. He's caught a couple more today. He's caught his 19 passes have covered over 500 yards.
We'll be around, for a while. I'm not going to take any.
It's going to be 1st down for Paintsville at the 32-yard line, but that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. Crittenden County 14, Paintsville 6. We'll be back with the 4th quarter, but first, these important announcements.
The 88 Dip and the Davis family and employees are happy to sponsor Rocket football. The 88 Dip, located at 113 Sturgis Road, has been fueling the Rockets for 3 decades. The 88 Dip is open Monday through Saturday from 5:30 a.m. till 10 p.m. and serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. The 88 Dip is still the place where friends meet to talk about them Rockets. Congratulations, Rockets, state champions. Mott Lumber Company would like to salute the Rockets and the school for a great season. Come by Mott Lumber Company, where they have in stock kitchen cabinets, vanities, doors, windows, paneling, molding, fiberglass, cellulose insulation, plumbing and electrical supplies, builder's hardware, hand tools, paint, roofing, roof coating, aluminum guttering, vinyl and aluminum siding, framing lumber, plywood, particle board, and wafer board. Mott Lumber Company is also your carpet and vinyl headquarters with name brands such as Heritage, West Point, Pepperell, Arlington, and Hermitage Carpeting, and Armstrong and Congolium Vinyl with professional installation available for both. For the lowest prices in this area, come to Mott Lumber Company, 6 miles south of Marion on Highway 641.
That's right. We start the fourth quarter with Wise in there trying to make the carry, Jason Wise, and he's hit hard by Crittenden County's number 65, Andy Mason, number 63, Wampy Stewart, to whack him down at the 30-yard line, give him a gain of 2, make it 2nd down and 8. Wise has rushed the ball twice for 16 yards, both rushes coming in the second half. Paintsville knocking on the door. Crittenden County's pride is their defense, and it's getting a test this afternoon, and especially now that Paintsville's moved it down to the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Baldwin keeps it himself and goes nowhere. Probably got 2 yards as he dove forward. Jeff Campbell, the anchor man in that rocket defensive base. Make it 3rd down and 7 now as Wise comes back in and Mark Alger checks out. We've played a minute in the fourth quarter. Crittenden County has 11 minutes to cling to this lead in a state Class A championship. Strickland split on the right side, and the slot is Burchell. Ball with the long count this time. Looks to his left, now looks to his right. Now he's going to have to run with it, and Stefan Kozart wrapped him up at about the 25. He dives forward to the 22, but it'll be a yard short of the 1st down, maybe 2. But you can bet Paintsville will go for the 1st down. They won't, of course, punt it inside the 25 at the 24. They haven't been real successful on 4th down plays today. Neither team has, but both teams have at least one conversion on 4th down situations. By the time the ball is snapped, there'll be 10 minutes to play in this championship football game. Baldwin has a flanker on the left side. That's Burchell. Couch is the fullback. Alger is the halfback to give us to Alger. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and wrapped up by Wampy Stewart and Stefan Kozart. Big men of the hour for Crittenden County's defensive unit. And they dropped him for Alger is the halfback to give us to Alger. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and wrapped up by Wampy Stewart and Stefan Kozart. Big men of the hour for Crittenden County's defensive unit. And they dropped him for Alger is the halfback to give us to Alger. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and wrapped up by Wampy Stewart and Stefan Kozart. Big men of the hour for Crittenden County's defensive unit. And they dropped him for a 2-yard loss. And Crittenden County will take over at their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. As you see, one of the Crittenden County managers out there, I don't know, it might have been Elisa Mills or Michelle Payne, Sarah Frazier, Wendy Campbell, or Stacy Merritt brought the football on the field, or which one that was. We can't give you an idea of the cheerleaders or the fans or the band because they're seated underneath the press box in the covered section of Cardinal Stadium. And there's a give to, looks like Minyard with it, got back to the line of scrimmage and no more, as number 53, Marion Hall, wrapped him up for Paintsville. 9.5 minutes to play in the football game. Dennis Hodge comes in with a play from Coach Pat Gates. Number 26 you see coming off the field for the Rockets is Bobby Belt. 2nd down and 10 for the Rockets, as the stadium now begins to have an appearance of filling up on each side of the field. 2 more ball games will be played following the Crittenden County game. Buddy McDaniels, the southpaw quarterback, has flankers on the right side. Hodge is in the slot. Passes to Hodge, tries to turn the corner at the 30, and he's rode out of bounds right there. Mark Alger is over there to wrap up Hodge. I believe he gained about 5 yards on the pass, and that'll make it 3rd down and about 5 to go for Crittenden County. The ball is on the 30 of the Rockets. Their defensive unit stopped Paintsville on the 4th down situation just 2 minutes ago. Number 26 now, Bobby Belt, comes in with a play from the bench. Flanked off the bottom right side of your screen will be number 22, Brian Holloman. In the slots, number 26, Belt. running backs look like Phillips this time, and Minyard. Minyard gets the toss, tries to turn the corner, and he does. He's across the 35 to the 38, and it's a first down, Crittenden County. Phillips this time, and Minyard. Minyard gets the toss, tries to turn the corner, and he does. He's across the 35 to the 38, and it's a first down, Crittenden County. Like Phillips this time, and Minyard. Minyard gets the toss, tries to turn the corner, and he does. He's across the 35 to the 38, and it's a first down, Crittenden County.
All right, number 24. The stop by Mark Alder, number 20.
You saw number 60, Kelly McIntosh, leading the blockers for the Rockets. But Minyard turned on the speed, cut just behind his blocking to get a 9-yard gain and a Rocket first down.
10 Rockets.
Minyard has 41 yards rushing on 8 attempts for Crittenden County. They have Hodge in the slot and Brian Holloman, the flanker, to the left side. McDaniels gives the ball to Donnie Phillips, running straight ahead, and there's a hole, and he pushes it across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Good blocking there from Wampy Stewart, Jeff Porter. And of course, the center, I believe, Duke Owen took care of the down lineman so Phillips could get through. Now you can get a bird's eye view of the cheerleaders for Crittenden County. Right underneath us, the captain, Audrey Watson, and Cindy Watson, the co-captain, Tina Blake, Heather Watson, Marcy Simpson, Crystal McDaniel, Laura Rector, Jeannie Short, and Pam Woodward. As we go back to action, second down and about 3 to go for Crittenden County. McDaniels now is all set to take the snap, but Crittenden County is going to be penalized 5 yards for a delay of game.
Against Crittenden County.
Crittenden County not in any hurry. With 6:59 left in the football game and a 14-6 lead, they'd be more than happy just to run out the clock and take home that Class A state championship trophy to Marion and Crittenden County. Of course, we're hoping that the 3 Western Kentucky teams can all be successful, as Mayfield also plays Newport today, and Paducah-Tillman plays, I believe, Belfry a little later. McDaniels rolls a throw, fires it for Hodge, and he can't run up under it. Hodge was open, and McDaniels was hammered down hard as he fired that ball by number 61, Mike Franklin, a 200-pound, 5'10" senior guard for the Tigers. It's going to be third down and 8 to go for Crittenden County. The ball is spotted on the 41. The Rockets had it across the 46 at one time, but a 5-yard delay of game backed it up. Let's see what Coach Pat Gates sends in this time. The flanker, Brian Holloman, at the bottom of your screen on the right. In the slot, I believe, is number 26, Bobby Belt, as number 61. Mike Franklin jumps off sides for Paintsville, and that's the second or third time today. Of course, both teams are pumped up and very excited about playing in this state championship game, and it's hard to keep your concentration when your adrenaline's flowing and everyone wants to get out there and hit somebody. So that'll erase Crittenden County's 5-yard delay of game penalty and make it third down and about 2.5 yards to go for a first down for the Rockets. McDaniels brings them up. Holloman's a flanker at the bottom of your screen, and in the slot it's Bobby Belt. The give is to Donnie Phillips. He turns the left corner, and he got the first down, I believe. It depends on where the ball is spotted. It's going to be real close, and they'll probably bring the chain across the field to measure that one. It is a first down.
3 yards, first down.
Phillips gets 3 and a first down for the Rockets. He has 44 yards rushing on 11 carries for the Rockets. And the Rockets picked up their 10th first down, most of those coming, or 6 of those coming in the third quarter. 6.5 minutes to go in the football game. McDaniels turns and says something to Phillips. The other running back there is Miniard. Phillips gets the call and gets it into Paintsville territory. He got about 2 yards on the carry before he was hammered down hard by the right side of the Paintsville line. And number 77 leading the charge is Philip Klein, 6'1", 230-pound junior for the Tigers. Make it 2nd down and 8. The clock shows less than 6 minutes to play now in the football game. Number 26, Bobby Belt, comes in, and he'll be the end on the right side in the slot. Number 22, Brian Holloman, is a flanker on the right side. Running backs, looks like this time Phillips and Miniard, and before the ball is snapped, someone is offsides.
Mayfield bus driver, please report to your bus at once. That's the Mayfield.
This time Crittenden County is going to be penalized 5 yards. I believe that was for delay of game. The Rockets taking about a second too long to get the play off a couple of times today, and the Paintsville's had similar trouble. The Rockets have been penalized 6 times for a total of 40 yards for the day. 3 penalties in each half. 2nd down and 13 to go for the Rockets. McDaniels has a quick pass to Hodge, who fires it downfield to Holloman, and Holloman has got a 1st down at the Paintsville 33. A double pass there. First from McDaniels to Hodge, who just dropped back as he ran sideways and then fired it downfield to number 22, Brian Holloman. A big 1st down for the Rockets. This one comes with 5:29 to go in the football game, and it moves the ball down to the Paintsville 33-yard line. A 21-yard gain for the Rockets. And another Rocket 1st down as number 26, Bobby Belt, brings in a play from Coach Pat Gates. Number 22, Brian Holloman, comes to the left side or bottom of your screen. In the slots, number 26, Bobby Belt. McDaniels gives it straight ahead to Phillips, and Phillips moves it down to the 30. Phillips is ridden down hard there by number 82, Joey Couch, who's done everything but sweep the AstroTurf today for Paintsville. 4:56, and Paintsville wants a timeout on the play. That's their first of the second half. They have 2 left, and we'll be right back with the action after these messages from the folks making this telecast possible.
Marion Shoe Store, located at 110 East Carlisle Street, is open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5, except Wednesday 9 to 12. Marion Shoe Store is your shoe store for the whole family, with shoes for infants, small children, older boys and girls, and men and ladies. We also have snow boots, belts, purses, and all your shoe care products. Marion Shoe Store invites you to see our selection and give us a chance to meet your shoe needs for the holidays. Lay away now for Christmas. Visa and MasterCard accepted. Congratulations, Rockets. Conrad's IGA is located on Princeton Road in Marion. Richard Conrad and all of the Conrad IGA employees are behind the Rockets all the way and proud to be a sponsor of Rocket football. Conrad's IGA is the grocery store to shop for low prices on quality brand names. Fill your special turkey booster card and receive a free turkey for Thanksgiving from Conrad's IGA. Congratulations, Rockets, state champions.
2nd down and 7 for Crittenden County. Buddy McDaniels pitches it to Rusty Miniard, and the defensive end's there that time, and down he goes. He got about 3 yards on the carry, though, before he was wrestled down by number 43, James Williams, a cornerback on the play for Paintsville. Crittenden County using the clock, and now that becomes a factor should the Rockets score, and it would almost wrap it up. But should they be turned away, Paintsville probably would still have enough time with that potent air attack to work on a Rocket lead. It's still 14-6. There's a give to Donnie Phillips running around the right side. He's bounced down, and down he goes. He couldn't make the turn that time. He got back to the line of scrimmage, before Philip Klein, number 77, knocked him out, and along with number 43, James Williams. I say Mark Alger also in on the stop for Paintsville. It's 4th down and 1, 2, 3 yards to go for Crittenden County. And Dennis Hodge comes back into the Rocket lineup with a play from Coach Pat Gates. The Jack Easley is hoping his offensive line can move Paintsville enough to get the 3 yards for the first down. And then we have a timeout on the field, and we'll show you the scoreboard now. We haven't been able to do that. We have to lean out of the press box window, but that's the story right there. 3:45 to play in the football game. Crittenden County 14, Paintsville 6. And we'll be right back to action after these announcements. Corner, and he's not going to get the first down, I don't believe. But there were flags on the play after he caught the ball. And Buddy McDaniels goes over to check and see what the call is. Jeff Porter's over there along with Jeff Campbell. And the call is against Crittenden County. Let's see.
Against Crittenden County.
Apparently someone was in motion forward before the pass was thrown. And either way, it's declined, and it's going to be Paintsville's football at the 25-yard line. So Paintsville's defensive unit has now turned Crittenden County away in the second half. 3:39 to go in the football game. And you see Stefan Kozart coming back into the Rocket defensive line. Kozart is a sophomore, 5'11", 180 pounds. As most of the Rockets go both ways. The lone linebacker this time is Wampy Stewart. As Baldwin rolls to throw, looks to his right and throws it complete to number 41, Todd Strickland. Strickland has got 30 passes this year for an average of 14 yards a catch. And he's caught a couple a day in crucial situations. That's a first down for Paintsville. And they move it out to the 36-yard line with 3.5 minutes to go in the football game. Strickland this time is at the top of your screen. And in the slot over there is Todd Burchell. As Baldwin calls the plays, rolls to his left, looking to throw back to his right, and Stefan Kozart and Jeff Campbell wrap him up at the... As Baldwin calls the plays, rolls to his left, looking to throw back to his right, and Stefan Kozart and Jeff Campbell As Baldwin calls the plays, rolls to his left, looking to throw back to his right, and Stefan Kozart and Jeff Campbell wrap him up at the 30-yard line. And that's a lot of beef on top of you there. A 5-yard loss on the attempted pass. Campbell at 260 and Kozart at 180. Literally made a sandwich out of the quarterback Baldwin that time. 2nd down and 15 for Paintsville. This time Strickland goes to the top of the screen, and you see at the top of your screen now number 16, that's Todd Burchell in the slot. And Baldwin rolls to throw again, looking for his tight end. Now he throws it to Strickland, who's run out of bounds at the 43 by Dennis Hodge. Just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Strickland, number 41.
A gain of 7 on the play.
Gain of 11 yards.
Or 11 on the play. That's right. It was a 5-yard loss on the previous play. 2:34 now. The clock is stopped. The best Paintsville could do is score and go for 2 points and tie the Rockets. The Rockets are sitting pretty right now, but they need to stop the Paintsville air attack. And there's a pass to Strickland again, and he gets out of bounds at midfield, and the first down was all he was looking for that time. A gain of 6 or 7 yards on the play.
Gain of 7, first down.
Another first down for Paintsville, and it's 4 in this quarter. The last 3 in a row on the pass, as Baldwin has now thrown 16 times and completed 7, I believe. Baldwin back to throw. Throws a pass in the flat, and number 26, Mark Algers, can't hold on to it. He had the blockers over there. Crittenden County had 2 defensive players over there chasing the play, but Paintsville had 2 blockers out in front of him. He just couldn't hold on to it. The clock shows 2:25 to go in the football game. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Paintsville. As you see the Rockets huddle right on the midfield stripe. The ball just outside Crittenden County territory. Baldwin has thrown 16 times for 125 yards for Paintsville. He looks now trying to run out of there with it at midfield, and he's knocked down just in Crittenden County territory. Number 28, Darren Holloman, knocked him out of bounds with 2:17 to play in the football game. Let's give him 2 on the play, make it 3rd down and 8 for Paintsville. The Crittenden County secondary doing a pretty good job of covering the pass receivers for Paintsville. A much better job, I believe, this half than they did in the first half. Or at least the defensive pressure is such that Baldwin can't find his receivers as well as he did. From the I formation, Birchall's flanked on the bottom of your screen. Baldwin fakes into the line, goes deep for Strickland. It's going to be intercepted by Dennis Hodge. Baldwin fakes into the line, goes deep for Strickland. It's going to be intercepted by Dennis Hodge. Baldwin fakes into the line, goes deep for Strickland. It's going to be intercepted by Dennis Hodge at the 20, and he steps out of bounds at the 23. Dennis Hodge, the big play man for Crittenden County, who's run a punt back and now comes up with an interception. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in a football game, and unless the Rockets fumble it away or make a mistake, they should be able to run out the clock and preserve the state championship for Crittenden County High School. Crittenden County has 1 timeout left. Paintsville has 2. And they'll have to use them here on this series because you can bet Crittenden County won't get in a hurry to put the ball in play, and they probably won't throw it. Big play by Dennis Hodge as McDaniels gives the ball to Rusty Miniard. He runs straight ahead and gets about 4 yards before he's hit head-on by number 77, Philip Klein. You saw the 6'1", 225-pound junior hit Miniard straight up. 2nd down and 5. Miniard gets 5. And Paintsville will take their 2nd time out of the half. They have 1 left. Comes with 2:02 to go in the football game, and Crittenden County leading the Tigers 14-6. Buddy McDaniels turns and says something to Donnie Phillips, the running back, and there's a play straight ahead to Phillips, who's going to try to outrun somebody. Turn the corner on the left side, and he's rolled out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Straight ahead to Phillips, who's going to try to outrun somebody. Turn the corner on the left side, and he's rolled out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Ahead to Phillips, who's going to try to outrun somebody. Turn the corner on the left side, and he's rolled out of bounds at the 33-yard line. But he got the 1st down on a great 2nd effort. Donnie Phillips just outran Paintsville's defensive end on that side. I believe that was number 43, James Williams, that he outran. Phillips, a big bruiser at 6 foot, 210-pound junior, outran the smaller 150-pound defensive end for Paintsville. He got out of bounds with 1:54 to play in the ball game, but that gave Crittenden County an important 1st down at their own 38, 1st and 10 for the Rockets. Buddy McDaniel, smelling that state championship now, gives it straight ahead to Rusty Miniard. He dives it across the 40 to the 41. A gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. And the officials start the clock again. It starts ticking with 1:45 left in a football game, and Paintsville watching anxiously across the way. And now Paintsville will take their final time out of the game. It comes with 1:42 to play. And you're going to get a view of the scoreboard as Jack Blackburn on the camera leans out of this press box high atop Cardinal Stadium, and that's the story. And we'll be right back after these important announcements.
Happy faces greet you when you walk through the door at Hodge Outdoor Sports. Everyone there is happy because they know that they have the biggest selection of merchandise in town. They have almost everything a hunter and fisherman could need. Racks and racks of clothing for the whole family, a large selection of shoes, a new shipment of boots for everyone, housewares, even tapes, albums, and stereo equipment. So if you haven't been to Hodge Outdoor Sports, don't you think it's time you go? And if you have been, y'all come back again, you hear? Congratulations, Rockets. Many folks these days have found that it really isn't all that difficult to work on their car themselves. In fact, it can be kind of fun. Almost anyone can change the oil in their car. Tune-ups are fairly easy, and changing filters is a must. Myers Auto Parts on East Belleville Street in Marion has everything you need to work on your car yourself, from tools to the parts themselves. Myers Auto Parts is your Napa parts dealer in this area. Try Napa parts. You'll find that Napa parts, in most cases, are better than original parts. So if you haven't tried before, get out there and work on your car yourself, and drop by Myers Auto Parts for quality Napa parts. Antifreeze is $3.99 a gallon, less $3 rebate on a 2-gallon purchase.
Crittenden County moves up, 2nd down and 7. Buddy McDaniels. All they have to do is run out the clock now, as many are just dive straight ahead, following that blocking over there by, we didn't see, I believe it was Wampy Stewart that opened that hole. Miniard ran it forward for a 4-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Rockets. And the clock is going to run now with 1:20 to play. Crittenden County has 1 timeout left. Paintsville has none. So the season is going to come to a bittersweet ending probably for Paintsville, because it looks like the Rockets are going to end up 13-1 on the year. There's a give to Miniard again. He turns the corner and he's wrapped up hard by number 26 that time. Mark Alger wrapped him up, but I believe he got the 1st down. We'll check and see. They're going to stop the clock with 55 seconds, and this time they're going to measure it. It is close, but looking from the press box up here, it looks like he got it by the length of the football, but we'll wait and see. They stretch out the chain. Believe it or not, I was right for a change. And that ought to wrap it up for Crittenden County. The Rockets sitting on a 14-6 lead with 55 seconds to go. Paintsville has no timeouts. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 48, and it would take a miracle now for Paintsville to tie this game up and send it into overtime. The clock runs with 45 seconds, and Crittenden County is going to take a delay of game call before they snap it. In fact, they may not snap it again. Well, I believe they'll have to snap it after the penalty, as they're just going to let it run down. 33 seconds. As you see them ticking it away, and now they're going to stop it with 30 seconds. And a delay of game penalty will be stepped off against the Rockets. That'll move it back to the 43. It'll be 1st and 15. And Rockets have coached, our 3rd-year head coach Pat Gates, are going to win the Class A state championship in Louisville over the Paintsville High Tigers. Paintsville is an independent school in Johnson County in extreme eastern Kentucky. The school is about the same size as Crittenden County. McDaniels awaits the snap. 10-man rush by Paintsville. And there's 20 seconds to go, and let's see. Is that going to wrap it up? The ball is spotted on the 41. Of course, McDaniels did not try to advance the ball. And the fans from Crittenden County have started counting them down. And that's the football game. You see the score. It's Crittenden County 14, the Paintsville Tigers 6. And a super season for the Crittenden County Rockets. They finished the year at 13 wins and 1 loss. And you see down on the field, Coach Pat Gates going across the field to receive some congratulations from Paintsville head coach Walter Brew, who has brought his team to the state playoffs before, but has never, I believe, won the state championship in 35 years at Paintsville. Coach Pat Gates, in his 6 years, achieved the coach's dream by winning a Class A state championship over Paintsville 14-6. We'll be back with some final game statistics and possibly some interviews, but first let's pause for these important announcements.
Whenever you want to discuss Rocket sports, go to the Marion Barber Shop. there's usually a crowd gathered, and all they're talking about right now is Rocket football. The game is always pre-played and replayed right there in the shop. Everybody wants to look their best for the games, so go by and see Dickie Goff at the Marion Barber Shop for the best haircut in town and all your hair care needs. That's the Marion Barber Shop at 222 South Main Street. The Marion Pit Barbecue is proud to be a sponsor of Crittenden County Rocket football. Stop by Marion Pit Barbecue for one of the most delicious barbecue sandwiches you'll ever eat, or take it home for the whole family by the pound. Go by and see Jack Easley and Company at Marion Pit Barbecue on Princeton Road. Congratulations, Rockets, state champions.
Gates there being carried off the field by his jubilant Crittenden County Rockets, and out on the field now to make the presentation of the championship trophy is Tom Mills, Kentucky High School Athletic Association Commissioner. There's a presentation. Coach, our assistant principal and coach Kent Barnes is down there, and Principal Dale Kirk. And the Rockets leave the field carrying that Class A state championship trophy. I believe that's Wampy Stewart carrying it around the field. And the Rockets came on the field in an orderly and gentlemanly manner, and they're leaving very excited with that Class A. They bring it right in front of the Crittenden County fans now, which is underneath the press box. And they're congratulated by a host of Crittenden County fans who made the 180-mile trip to Louisville. And a super Thanksgiving, of course, for all the players and fans.